In this video, we will be building a new ride in our extreme theme park in Planet Coaster 2. Please stay until the end for a full ride POV. Hope everybody enjoys. And for this episode, let's try and get 100 subscribers. I know we can do it. I noticed that not a lot of people are subscribed, so if you do like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our extreme theme park in Planet Coaster 2. This is our 4th episode now. And I'm excited to announce that we have finally made some money in our coaster park for the first time. We have finally hit a net positive and we are making money. In the last couple of episodes, we have been kind of teetering around negative park profit due to park construction, but we have finally, after paying off a little bit of our loan, we have now finally made a net positive in our park profit. We are at about $1,000 for today's profit. And our park construction's only about 600, give or take. We're finally starting to increase our park cash, and we are up to about 2,300, which from last episode we gained about $700 in park cash, which is good. Our park value is finally being evaluated to a good number, reasonable if we were to sell today, which is good. We can also check our lifetime, which as you can see, it is scaled up from around here to where it is now, which is up around here. We are slowly but surely paying off our loan and our debt. We have about 7,000 debt remaining, which with our income that we're finally making, it shouldn't be that bad. The interest rate's a little high in my opinion, but you work around it. So last thing before we start our episode off, I know this is a little bit of an intro, but we also need to talk about our research, which I've also been looking at right now. We have 0 research points, and I was kind of struggling on how to gain research points, because it's different from original Planet Coaster where you could just pay a certain amount for a certain amount of time and it'll just research over time. But I was confused on how you get these research points, so I looked it up, and the only way to get research points is in facilities. If you look up Mechanics Workshop, it is $100 to place down, but they'll do jobs, I'd assume, and they just accumulate over time research points that we can add to research certain rides and facilities and all those sorts of things. So we have power in this area, so let's just place one down. Where should we place one? We can put one, I think we're gonna expand the park this way with a path. So let's actually, I think we're gonna add to this building, and we are going to just place a mechanics workshop right about, we'll do right here. Perfect. And then also with this building, we can add a couple of facilities like food and drink here to kind of expand out this building. But we need to connect this to a path since we don't have one yet. And we can just, can we do angle snap or something? Okay. This is our quaint little mechanics building. We can open this up now. It is using power. Yep, okay. Everything is good. It does not have a good scenery rating, but I mean, we can always change that later. Let's get ourselves a little sign, wherever that is. There we go. There's signs. And let's get ourselves like a mechanic. There we go. Maybe something like this. Which one do I like better? Do I like the wood? This? I don't really like that one. It's up to these two. I think I like this one better. There we go. Got ourselves a nice mechanic sign to let everybody know this is our mechanic shop. Cool. So right now, as I've let this game run for about 5 minutes. Down here, you can actually see my research is kind of just going off by itself. I think once you put down the mechanics workshop, the research just does itself. It's just an automated thing. So it'll just keep running until we get to our requirement, which is 4,800. We actually got ourselves a challenge as well unlocked. Take on challenges as you work towards a 5-star park rating. New challenges will appear after some time when available. So guests in park. Have 250 guests in the park. Completion reward $2,000. We had 250 guests in the park at one point. So we get $2,000, and I'll collect that right there. We have almost $4,000 in the bank right now. Another challenge would be build a pool with a couple of requirements. at least one changing room, you get 2,000, and research tower flat rides. So pretty cool, pretty cool. We actually also just got enough of our threshold of research points to be able to unlock either wooden coasters or water coasters. And I am going to research some wooden coasters. We can finally build some wooden coasters and get ourselves away from the kiddie wooden coasters and into some adult territory. Let's see here, I just want to look at it. Right here, wooden coasters. Kingdom Isle, a traditional roller coaster that's primarily made of wood, resulting in an exciting, rough, and wild ride. Alright, which it costs 10,000 to just place down the track, not even put down the track, just the coaster train. So these coasters are expensive. Well, so I've been thinking about this for a little while. I don't really want to put in another flat ride, and there's not really much else that we can do right now. So I think I'm gonna take out an $8,000 loan, just push back our debt for a little bit, and this is an opportunity cost. I'm gonna take that, and we are going to put in a Flume ride in this area of the park. Just kind of expand out, force people to not be so condensed in this area, and force them to move to this side. And I'm gonna place down this Flume ride. I want to give this Flume ride a little bit of space, just so we can build other stuff in this area as well. So we need a station with left entry and exit. No, okay, we need a station with right entry and exit. That's what we need. We are going to have the stuff be right about here on this tree line. And this is where we are going to place down our Flume ride. We have $9,000 to work with, so let's just get ourselves a lift hill. So a quick little time lapse of the construction, just to speed it up. We did a quick little lift hill, and I was kind of messing around with the log flume additions, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do on a log flume. We had a little small drop down into a splash pad, but you can do certain things like reverse the boat, and there's like these little turntables. You can like turn the boat upside down, or not upside down, I guess. You can turn it completely 180 degrees and make it go reverse. So I decided to do a reverse turntable here into a little drop down, you know, kind of zigzag, snake around. And then I wanted to get into the final drop here. I wanted to do another turntable back to straight. And I thought the end result was amazing. Obviously I had to take out a little more money to afford it, but it was a really cool layout. I like the turntables, those are creative, and yeah, if you like this ride at the end, watch the POV. I definitely enjoy the final product. I think it looks amazing. For the final drop down, I decided to have a bigger splash pad because you know how the final drop on a Flume ride is. It's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and a lot more impact. So I hope you like the final product. Our ride is finished. We'll hit done on that. We also need to put in power. This was a very expensive project, but I believe it is right. We'll actually test. We'll test the ride, and it should be all right. Okay, so we did end up testing it. This was the test results. It's good on nausea. It's a little underwhelming on fear and excitement, but it's not that bad. I think 5 is like a green. So we're like 0.08 off of green. So I mean, it's fine. It'll do the trick. Honestly, watching it myself, it's pretty entertaining. So I think it's just the lift hills and all that where like it can't obviously have much excitement. But everything else, the actual ride aspects of it is actually pretty fun. Now right now we need to connect ourselves an entrance, an entrance and an exit. We'll put our entrance probably like here. And I'm gonna assume that our exit's this big entrance right here. That'll be our exit. And we need to connect both. Okay, finally, we are down on the ground path. Let's go straight from here. I want this to kind of do a bit of a square stuff. You know, just kind of go along evenly. If we end up creating a queue or something, I would like it to follow something along the sorts of this. Maybe have something like that. Bring this around. Oh, hang on. I want to get this evened up like that, and then we will bring this to the main path here. Let me zoom out of this tree since I'm caught up in it. And let's even that up. Okay, looks good. I don't like how it's doing that with the path, but I don't think I get to really choose that. So we need to put also an exit in. Let's put an exit, queue path, no, guest path. I don't want this to impede with the actual path. So we'll just bring this as straight as possible, and that will connect up nicely. Good. So now we have ourselves our ride. We need to connect up power as well. So let's get power. I thought that I built this in the power range, but apparently I didn't. So, but that's an easy fix. We just need to get a power cable. Oh, we need to get a distributor. Hang on. We don't have a distributor just yet. Let's put a distributor right. We'll put it here, and we will connect it like so. And now we have ourselves power. We can turn this on. It has been tested. It is open to the public. And we need to give this ride a name. Honestly, I can't really think of a good name, so we'll just name this like Soaking Falls or something. Just give it a water name. We can always end up changing this later if not. So this will be deemed Soaking Falls from now on. That is law. Complain or argue with the wall. I do not care. But yeah, it's open. It actually looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I like the ride layout. Couldn't have done it better myself. Now obviously this is my first time building in Planet Coaster 2 other than my roller coasters, so give me a little bit of leeway if you don't like the ride layout. Give me some suggestions in the comments. How about that? If you like, or if you have a vision of a certain track ride, let me know what you want to see built, and maybe I can try and accommodate that. And Soaking Falls is now officially open to the public. You should see people funneling in now, and they are. I need to cover up this power distributor. I will. I'll go through and actually cover up all of them at some point. There's one here. There should be one around here. Yeah, there's one there. There's one over here somewhere. I will cover those up at some point, but just not now. And also, look at these big stone like paths to get the water pumps up to this area. I'm going to cover these with some trees at some point, like get some like big like acacia trees and just block the area. I want to put some theming on my coasters, but you know, that's got to be with time. Once we start to get some money rolling in, we will do all the little things. I promise you this park will look phenomenal, as if a normal person could roll up to this park and be happy with it, an everyday person. Now we also have plenty of research now. We have about 15,000 research points, so I'm just going to go on a spending spree. We can get water coasters. Let's get that unlocked. I'm going to veer away from the coasters for right now for research. We actually just got our prologue all finished, and next is chapter 1, so we'll get chapter 1 in another episode. But let's get some track rides. We can get a powered track ride. Let's do that. Next is water track rides and special track rides. Interesting. We can get an underground well. Yeah, sure. Let's buy that. I don't exactly know what that entails, but we'll get that. And that's all of our research points that we have to spend for now. We'll just let that build up. And look at our park. It's starting to look pretty pretty filled out. I mean, this is only like our 4th episode, but we've got ourselves 2 coasters, 2 flat rides, an arcade, a mechanics shop to build up research. We have ourselves a food court. I have let this ride run for a little bit. The queue isn't as big as what I expected, but maybe there's a big load size. But I want to see how much we've made. Can I even see? Oh, has the day not ended? Is the day that slow? Maybe we'll speed this up just to see how much we're making, because I'm curious to see. No staff member is available for Horsey Gallop. What? What's going on with Horsey Gallop? Where's my staff? You better be going to Horsey Gallop, my boy. Where are you going? Where are you looking for work? It better be to Horsey Gallop. Where are you going? Wait, he actually he shook me loose. Where did he go? He ran off. I actually can't find him. Generator refurbished. Because apparently it's in poor condition. I don't know what we need to do. Maybe we have to get another generator to try and even power, but it's got available power. So that shouldn't be the problem of why it's in poor condition. It's probably just an old generator. We've had it running for basically the entirety of the park. I'm gonna have to move this exit at some point. I just deleted that family out of existence. Oh no. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Oh no. Let's adjust that. And then we'll just bring this up as much as we can. And then just connect, I guess? Yeah, look at that. That looks good. Alright, and then it goes straight, and then the path is, you know, not in the way. And we can fix this by pushing it a little bit out of the way. Boom. And then we'll put like a light on the edge here as well. Boom. And let me push this back because that looks ugly. Boom. And there's literally a tree in the middle of this, so let's move that out the way. Boom. Boom. And so now we can run our pathway across this area to expand into newer areas. If we need to, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with this area. We'll figure it out, but we are starting to make a lot of money. We have $6,000. Let's see our income actually. Let's see the splits now that we've had this running for a little while. Yeah, you see this? So we started around here. I don't know why I can't see like a number whenever I go here, but whatever. We're at like, I don't know, $3,000 here. And then it goes down because we're spending money. And then we open it back up, and then we redo some construction, and we've let it go, and it is skyrocketed. We have made so much money in the last hour, I would say, of it just running. Our park profit, oh, it's right here. Our park profit has made $10,000 in the last couple of days, or just today. That's so much money. I mean, we've taken a lot of construction, but in the grand scheme of things, we can start paying back our loan, which I'm going to actually. Oh, not all the way, hang on. We'll spend about $5,000 on our loan. So now we only have $13,000 debt remaining. But I mean, I can only imagine in the next couple of days we can pay off this loan in full, and we should be wiped off, our hands completely clean. So that is exciting. So now that nighttime has gazed over our park, we can finally see that this ride is a giant, a beast. It towers over every other thing in this park, but I like it. It's a nice compliment to our wooden kitty ride. And yeah, more exciting things hopefully to be coming soon with the new arrival of our money and our income situation. So be on the lookout for that. Many new exciting things to come. But yeah, I hope everybody has liked this ride and the video so far. And let's watch the ride POV for the first time. I hope everybody enjoys it, and I will see you all in the next one.